Batch has identified the first three flaws: impatience, mimulus, and clematis. All three of them are related to future. And then he has found this agrimony, followed by like chicory and vervine, which these three flowers are talking about the past of a person. So this agreement is a honesty flower, and it is like it loves peace around them. They don't want to like fight with any people. They don't need any conflicts.
That is the important point. That is, they don't want to fight with others. They don't need conflict.
When we compare with the Centauri people, like Centauri people will not say no for any work. Agrimony people will not express themselves, and they don't want to see any conflict, and they want to just move away from there. And they will be like um, they'll be seeing themselves in a different way. Like they don't want to see themselves. They don't want to see the reality of themselves. It is all like they'll be um, seen always with a happy face, but they'll be having some inner conflicts or mental torture. No one else will be able to understand what is running in their mind, and whether they are really happy or not. When you are asking such people whether how are you doing, they'll be saying like I'm doing great, though they are like mentally disturbed or physically disturbed or any other issues are happening within them. They'll not be expressing anything outside. And whenever you are asking the people about the life, they'll be saying like, okay, problem is all life will have the problems, and we cannot see life without any problems. It's all in the game. So they'll be talking in that way, and they'll not give any chance for us to just identify like what is happening around them. And normally like uh, why this agrimony feel comes, and where it comes is like normally like when children are not taken care by the parents, and they will become agrimony. Like when they are growing up, they will become agrimony. And normally like these people mental torture and problems itself will eat themselves. And predominantly this affects their liver and other liver, gallbladder, and kidneys as well. And when the stress or anxiety is going up, it even like has it is impacting the heart as well. And these people will be used to having some constant practices like finger tapping. They'll be nervous, and some people will be like having some nervous problem here in neck, or like they'll be doing a different behavior like while they are sleeping. So all these things will be happening which are related to nervousness when they are overwhelmed with the
The
anxiety.
other thing is that while sleeping, they will be grinding the teeth, things like that, because of the suppression which comes out of involuntarily during night also. So when there is a grinding sound, you hear beside any person, you can give agreement also, so that it gets clear not only the grinding and also the suppression inside your body, inside your life, or things. You have to keep in mind that the gestures the people are telling, without their knowledge, they will be expressing the gestures of the plant. Uh, so even when you are in the agreement state, these things, when you sit in a chair, you will be always restless. See, impatience. There is when four person are going to a place from one point to another. Impatient will be thinking of the shortcut. Mimulus will be thinking about whether there will be some fear factor. That is, any element of fear will come. The third clematis will be always thinking about the future and standing at the same place. Agreement will be thinking whether I am taking the right route. So these things has to be taken into account. That with all the things, the patterning of people, that is 38 people, 38 kind of expressions of the moods you are in. You find in yourself also. It is not that outside. You don't categorize that. Don't label people depending upon their gestures. Even a person who has killed many people, many person, is also genuinely has reasons. There is a definite strong pattern in him. He is not that much bad as we are thinking. We have the same tendency. It is not emitting outside. He has genuine reasons behind it. So this thing which we are telling that holiness or there is no such thing called good or bad is thinking make it so is a quote of Shakespeare. So there is no such thing called good or bad. You have to see in this perspective. There is no particular person who is having the particular tendency. It is temporary. You can make that remedy. When you give that remedy, he comes out of that problem, that fluctuation, so that he gets cleared of his disease and also all problems in life. This is the neck and the uh, point you have to keep in mind always. Don't categorize yourself and also others based on remedies.
And mostly teenagers, especially girls, will be in this agrimony type because they often try to change their appearances for others. Like they should not know about others. They will not open about themselves to others, and they'll be like it is called as a scanning flower. They use
Major thing is the person who is changing his dress more will be of agrimony type.
healers and doctors like if they are taking the agrimony, they'll be able to talk with the clients, and clients will open up with them about their issues, like what they are dealing with.
This is what agreement tells you that you and the cosmos are not separate. You are truth embodied in the physical form.
Be calm and composed in any situation. There is no nothing right, nothing good. So they'll be in the balanced state, moderate state at any point in time. And this is this gives more spiritual understanding. Even you can attain the state of meditation, like when we are taking the agrimony, when we have that peace in our mind.
Equanimity, the middle path will be there in agreement, and you will be balanced always. You won't have prejudice in seeing people.
Agrimony. People who needed agrimony may worry excessively about illness, finance problem, and problems with their work life, but yet they present a cheerful, carefree face. Because agrimony people are sensitive and long for harmony, they go out of their way to be kind to others and even to sacrifice for them. Because they spread cheerfulness and downplay any problems in their lives, they are very popular people. Unfortunately, for those in need of agrimony remedy, that people not only hide their feelings from the world, they hide their feelings from themselves. Because being alone causes them to think about themselves.
Important point, being alone makes the to think about themselves. Because of that, they want company and they want to avoid thinking about themselves, the drudgery and also the problem of all the things.
That person you see working for every charitable group in the community may be sorely in need of agrimony. They may also bounce from one organization to another because they are easily distracted and have little staying power. These people often turn alcohol or drugs to avoid their soreness and painful thoughts. The tendency toward an agrimony personality often begins in childhood. The children who have been taught not to show their distress, they grow up as agrimony needed people.
Those who excessively drink and being silent is agrimony type. So when you see this gesture, you just give agrimony, and the person who is very much a drunkard, you see a kind of yellow color eyes. You give them agrimony, and automatically they get cleared about the drinking habits and also the pressures and the depression within themselves. They are polarity in themselves. They don't want to know the polarity of themselves to others. That is a major problem with themselves. But to the fullest, they are the wonderful people, embodiment of truth, honesty, balance, serenity, tranquility, things like that. Peace is the major thing which batch referred to this remedy.
When these children go through normal childhood stages of loneliness and sadness, agrimony will help them communicate more easily. The agrimony flower indicated for release of inner tension, anxieties. It also provides relief to people who are suffering from extreme anxiety disorders and even such disorders as post-traumatic stress syndrome, in which unpleasant memories have been buried.
Unpleasant memories which is not taken care by the parents or the well-wishers or the friends result in acrimony, a need of a flower. That is the thing. So we have to be careful with our children, that you have to keenly watch whether it is I'm a blank seeing. We'll see that alone. The children who wants to many people around them. that needs another remedy. So in a way, flower remedies make you aware of your self, surroundings, cosmos.
Agrimony helps to restore a cheerful disposition and increase confidence. After treatment, the person can finally feel safe in facing both sides of their personality and in not only facing but discussing life problems with others.
Agrimony People with agrimony tendency tend to hide their pain, um, inner turmoil, and put on a cheerful facade in front of others. They are normally bright. People with agrimony tendency tend to have insomnia because of the inner feelings of sorrow, grief, regret, and other forms of pain that they experience. Pain, worry, ill health are often swept aside by them are not considered significant. They may seek excitement from danger and feel restless at night as they may have to face the pain. Agrimony people dislike loneliness because they don't want to turn to what they're really feeling, and they want to continue to feel like everything's okay and under control when it's not. Because of this, they can deepen their burden and continue to feel worse and worse. They seek companionship to escape from worries. Under stress, they could resort to drugs or alcohol to dull the mental torture and kind of numb it. They talk a lot to conceal their actual feelings. So they may be either very chatty or sometimes some of them may be introverted. They talk to focus on anything but themselves and they love peace. They're easily distressed by arguments and quarrels. People from the agrimony tendency would rather bite off their own tongue to let anyone know about their problems. They love to keep everyone around them happy and they want to keep the atmosphere they're around happy so that they don't have to actually deal with their problems and that they feel like they are in control of everything and they are happy and totally normal. They have a great desire for harmony and are very sensitive. They love spreading cheerfulness and tend to be very popular amongst peers for their chattiness and cheerful ambience. People in agrimony tendency tend to fret over little things and they make sacrifices to maintain a peace of mind. People in agrimony tendency tend to have a more crammed lifestyle and socializing becomes their coping mechanism. They keep their inner conflicts under wraps and don't want other people to come to know what their honest thoughts and things they deal with are. They tend to put a barrier between everyone in their life and their true self to avoid going into what they're really thinking and their pains. Taking agrimony relaxes one's distress and puts difficulties into perspectives. This means that they can slowly and confidently deal with their problems. Agrimony gives courage to share problems with peers for advice if needed. They become careful and they have a fine, genuine sense of humor. They become a good companion and are considered to be peacemakers and genuine optimists when one takes agrimony. When taking agrimony, you become more courageous and it gives you the strength to face problems. You have more of a balanced peace of mind. You have inner peace and balanced feelings.